guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Here we go. We have a mass powering by teenagers. All teenagers. This is so sad because we are losing our young ones to the streets. Like for real. They are definitely from the streets. This is so sad that this is beginning to be the norm. But anyway, it was 4 teenagers charged in Spotsylvania County mass powering. 4 teenagers were arrested and charged Wednesday morning following a powwow in Spotsylvania County, Virginia, that left 3 young men deceased and 3 people wounded, according to the sheriff. The Spotsylvania Sheriff Office received calls about a powwowing just outside of Fredericksburg in the area of Old Greenwood Drive and Lafayette Boulevard around 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Deputies responded to find multiple people pow at the townhouse complex following what they now believe was an illegal gun sale and robbery. So now they was planning on buying some pows and robbing them at the same time. Okay. According to a Wednesday morning news release, 3 men was deceased and 3 people was wounded, including at least one of the suspects who was 16 years old. The department identified 2 of the men who passed away as Chase Fester and Alfonso Ruffy. Both was 18 years old and Spottsville County resident. The third man was 20-year-old. Deputies are waiting to publicize named him until his identity is confirmed by the medical examiner's office. In a Facebook post, Sheriff Robert Harris said, "All suspects are in custody, and there is no threat to the public safety." Two of the teens facing charges are 16-year-old and 17-year-old, and one 18-year-old, Jeremiah Upson, according to the sheriff. One of the 16-year-old is being treated for a pow wound at a local hospital. All 4 lived nearby Fredericksburg, with 2 being Spottsville County residents, and the other 2 Caroline County residents, according to the sheriff's office. The Spotify Sheriff Office said the 4 teens had been charged with malice, wounding, and use of firearm and commission of felony unlawfully assembling. 3 of the suspects was taken into custody with no bond. No bond. Deputy said the 4th will be charged after he's released from the hospital. Golden, a reporter with WTOP partner at 7 News, report that witnesses on the scene described the powwowing sound like a machine gun. A machine gun. They said the guns was about this big. Y'all feel me? They said them things was like this big. Okay. And they said it had seemed like the young men walking down the street with the pows in their hands. They walking down the street with the pows this big, long, just that's crazy. The mass powering prompted dozens of officers to respond to the scene Tuesday as law enforcement searched for the suspect and worked to preserve the crime scene, according to the news. Elizabeth Spot, spokesman for the Spottsville Sheriff Office. We will stay out. They said they will stay out there until the suspects are caught, Scott said on Tuesday evening before the teens was taken into custody. This is this is probably as bad as it could get. You're right. They so young. Like following the pow pow in Fredericksburg City Public Schools said classes would start 2 hours late Wednesday in the light of the profound impact this incident had on the members of our school community. This delay will all will allow us the necessary time to prepare our building and staff to work with students with the care and support they need during this difficult time. An hour later, a 2 hour delay was also at Spottersville County Public School for Wednesday, so support can be put in place for both students and staff. As as part of this support, each of the high schools will have additional duties and presence from sheriff office. Read a SCP statement. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. They showing you a map, like what happened here. This is crazy, y'all. I'm gonna show you the video how they was just walking just as they want to be, just as nice as they want to be. Hold on.
In the neighborhood where all of this madness happened last night, as you can see behind me are some of the homes that were damaged in the crossfire from that shootout. Some of the residents are also just reacting to everything that they saw. You'll hear from some of them in a bit. They tell me that right now they're just shaken up. Tuesday evening around 5:30, chaos erupts in a small neighborhood near Old Greenwich Circle in Spotsylvania County. A mass shooting leaving 3 dead and multiple wounded. And the people who live nearby in a state of disbelief.
I don't know, I ain't never heard nothing like that.
In the daylight hours, the damage from that shootout becoming more apparent to residents like Rodney.
It's not like one of the Call of Duty games or something. It was just at least 100 shots going off. That's what it sounded like, just back to back to back to back.
Bullets from automatic and other heavy weapons penetrating shutters, bricks, windows, and even vehicles. Video could be seen Tuesday of 2 suspects running with weapons in hand. And our John Burkett captured some of the suspects being arrested at a nearby Sheetz. According to the Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office, early Wednesday morning, 4 people were charged with malicious wounding and use of a firearm in commission of a felony unlawful assembly. 3 of those suspects, minors, 2 16-year-olds and a 17-year-old, in addition to an 18-year-old who has been identified as Jeremiah Upson, who appeared in court Wednesday for an arraignment hearing. One of those 16-year-olds is currently at a local hospital being treated for a gunshot. At this time, the investigation reveals that the barrage of gunfire was the result of an illegal gun sale and robbery. Rodney counting his blessings that the children in this neighborhood were inside while hoping that life can somehow return to normal.
It's kids out. Usually it is kids out here. Usually my little sisters out here playing. Usually other people kids out here playing. It luckily was nobody out here.
At this point, we received a call, multiple calls at 5:30 p.m. from the area of Old Greenwich Circle, which is in Spotsylvania County, in reference to multiple shots that were fired. Upon deputies' arrival, they found multiple gunshot victims. 3 of the victims were confirmed deceased on scene. 3 other victims were transported to local hospitals. It is still a very fluid scene. Multiple investigators are still there trying to determine who the suspects were and what the motive is. At this point in time, I don't know that we have any suspects in custody. So we're asking the public to please stay clear of the area, let the investigators do their job, and stay inside their homes. At this point, because we do not have anybody in custody, it is still considered an active shooter situation. We do have drones up in the air. They may have seen people in the woods, residents coming out. It is an active shooter situation, so we are going to be actively looking for an armed subject or subjects. We have nearly all of our detectives out right now looking for the suspects, and we will stay looking for these suspects. We have multiple other agencies assisting with us. The city of Fredericksburg, the police department is also assisting, as well as Virginia State Police. We will stay out here until the suspects are caught.